Good evening, everyone. Early evening update here from inside Ukraine. On the other side of this wall, Zhenya right now meeting with some soldiers who we will be delivering aid to their units over the next couple of days, and you will be seeing that out east and down south. But right now, I'm coming at you with news that is raging through Ukraine. It is raging through Russia, and it's not about a missile strike. It's not about Zelensky or Putin, but it is about the American Tucker Carlson and the trash and venom that he is spewing over the last 24 hours on his appearance with Piers Morgan on his program Uncensored. Now, I will preface this and say, folks, I am a conservative American, but I'm telling you right now, Tucker Carlson holds zero values that I hold, specifically and especially in regard to his understanding of Ukraine. This guy is nothing more than a Russian bot, a propaganda spewer. He is becoming a mouthpiece of Vladimir Putin, and evidently he is so ignorant he doesn't even understand that he is being used like a pawn. In the Russian language, we would call it a peshka. He's being played like a fiddle. Vladimir Putin loving it. As you have seen on the thumbnail, Putin kind of looking over, and you see the image of Tucker Carlson, the Russian bot. Now, I'm going to validate what I'm saying, and I'm going to ask you tonight to please leave a comment. What do you think about this American clown spewing this kind of venom on a huge platform? We're talking about millions and millions and millions of followers of Tucker Carlson and Piers Morgan spewing this venom and trash. I'm going to play it for you. I want you to notice that it is subtitled already into the Russian language. This is being played everywhere, all over Russia. It's being played everywhere, all throughout Ukraine. And to be honest, my dear friends, it is nothing more than disgusting. So please share this video. Tell others about it. We must stand against this evil narrative that is nothing but lies and propaganda. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the video, and I'm going to play a couple portions of it, and then I am going to refute what Tucker Carlson says. Thank you, and here we go.
That's why people are like, how dare he talk to Putin, our enemy? No one asked me whether Putin's our enemy. Why is Putin my enemy? He's never done anything to me. He's never called me a racist. Oh, you're a Putin puppet. No, I'm not. I'm an American. But there's no reason, I have no reason to be mad at Vladimir Putin or anybody else until they attack me or my country.
Well, Putin is not my enemy. Putin has done nothing to me. Putin has not attacked my country. I am an American. Are you kidding me? Guys, can I remind you of World War II? The last time I checked, Adolf Hitler didn't attack America. Adolf Hitler was wiping out Europe. Adolf Hitler was exterminating the Jews. It is the same thing that we see happening here inside Ukraine with Vladimir Putin. It's just a different era and it's a different time. But Vladimir Putin is wiping Ukraine off the map. Vladimir Putin is erasing cities. Vladimir Putin is playing the propaganda game. Vladimir Putin has puppet strings and tentacles that have wrapped throughout the world. But Tucker Carlson say, well, hey, I'm an American. He hasn't done anything to me. So why do I need to fight Putin? Why do I need to do anything against Putin? Well, the last time I checked, we are human beings. We have a moral clause. I am so thankful that you were not around during World War II, Tucker Carlson, when the greatest generation of Americans, as they are called, rose to the battle cry. And yes, Pearl Harbor was attacked by the Japanese. And yes, there was propaganda raging everywhere, but America was not attacked. Hitler was waging war on Europe, and America came to the aid, and America stood strong, and America defended democracy that you talk about, and America defended the right for people to have a life. That is what we're talking about. So when you talk about he didn't attack me, what you are is a narcissistic crying baby that is only worried about you and yourself. My friend, we are people. We are humans, and we stand for what is right, and we defend humanity. Dear sir, as you dwell in your mansion somewhere in the United States and travel around the world spewing your Russian propaganda. Sorry on this one, Tucker. You're wrong. Let's get to the next part.
We never had a vote on whether, we, as a matter of policy, hate Putin. It was a bunch of lunatics, some of whom I know personally, Tory and Newland, and these full-blown wackos, these enemies of democracy, decided one day we need to take out Putin because I'm mad at him for some reason no one ever explained. I'm just not going along with that.
Well, we've never had a vote on whether we should hate Vladimir Putin or not. It's just the lunatics out there, and he calls a name out, and I don't even want to talk about that story. It's irrelevant. He called supporters of Ukraine lunatics. He says, I don't want to do that. Nobody has taught me or explained to me why I should stand for Ukraine. Nobody has taught or explained to me why I should stand against Vladimir Putin. Sir, what planet are you on? Have you not seen the missiles by the thousands rain down on hospitals, rain down on schools, rain down on civilian homes and buildings? Have you not seen the dozens and dozens of video clips of Ukrainian prisoners of war who have been captured and marched off, and instead of taken into captivity, the Russian soldiers just decide to shoot them and leave them out on the ground as trash? Have you not seen the executions that have happened throughout the world? If anyone disagrees with Vladimir Putin, they just happen to fall off an apartment building, or they just end up poisoned. What planet are you on? I didn't know that we have to have a vote to care for what is right. Tucker Carlson, your argument's not standing up too well, sir. On to the next piece.
Ukraine, which is a kind of wellspring of lunacy. Sorry, I know you support it, but it's done more to destabilize the West than anything that's happened in my lifetime. And the amount of evil that has emanated from that country, the amount of assassinations that have come from Ukraine, I happen to know, is very high.
Ukraine is a wellspring of lunacy. Ukraine is a place of evil. Ukraine has done more to destabilize the West than anything I have ever seen in my entire lifetime. And I know for a fact that the amount of assassinations coming out of Ukraine is unprecedented. It's laughable. My dear friends, I spent 27 years working inside of Ukraine, and everything that Tucker Carlson just said, number one, they're all Russian propaganda talking points, and number two, they are all lies. Now, I will speak directly and clear to you right now because I really want you to share this video and leave comments. This is one of the most important videos I've ever made because Tucker Carlson and Piers Morgan will get millions and millions of views. Let's get millions of views on this and defend it. And then I'm going to leave a challenge for Tucker Carlson. And if somebody has a contact, please send him this video because I'm going to invite him to Ukraine. So first of all, Ukraine being the wellspring of lunacy. Well, I will say this. Is there corruption in Ukraine? 100% yes. Is there a war against propaganda? 100% yes. Is there problems between regional governments? 100% yes. But at the same time, they are waging a war against the hell of the Russian onslaught of evil, North Korean soldiers helping them in Kursk, North Korean supplies, Iranian supplies, Chinese technology, you name it. Ukraine is fighting for their country, their sovereignty, their freedom, and at the same time, they're working to clean up the corruption. They're working to fight against the propaganda. And yes, in the big picture of things, they are a smaller nation. No, they're not the size of a Portugal or an Iceland, and they are geographically a large nation, comparatively speaking, to other European nations. But compared against Russia, you're talking about David versus Goliath. It is a monstrosity of evil coming against them. And Tucker Carlson is going to say that the wellspring of lunacy flies out of Ukraine. My dear friends, even you don't have to have any sense to understand that that is pure caca. And Ukraine has done more to destabilize the West than anything I have seen in my lifetime. Well, your lifetime, sir, probably about the same as mine. I don't know when you were born, Tucker Carlson, but let's see. Vietnam, we can talk about Iran-Contra, we can talk about Iraqi war, we can talk about the war on terrorism, we can talk about economic destabilization, we can talk about the '08 financial crisis, we can talk about the attacks on the United States with the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, and now I can start moving globally and internationally. We can talk about natural disasters and events, and you're going to say that the wellspring of lunacy out of Ukraine has done more to destabilize the West than anything you have ever seen in your lifetime? Okay, sir, I don't even need to defend Ukraine on this one. You are nothing but a Russian bot. And then, to cap it off, you confirm it. Well, you know, I've talked to people and I've got the insight. The amount of assassinations coming out of Ukraine, it's mind-boggling. The last time I checked, the assassinations actually come out of Moscow. They come directly from the Kremlin. And guys, that's a fact. We can start listing them line by line by line, example by example by example, historical documentation. Check, 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 check. Let's go. Let's list. Tucker, you list the Ukrainian assassinations, and I'll list the Russian assassinations. And sir, your list will be very, very, very short because everything you just stated was a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I want to conclude this video. If anybody out there at all, by some reason, sees this video and you have inroads to Tucker Carlson or one of his representatives, please send him this video because here's what I offer. Tucker Carlson, my dear friend, I invite you to come. I will provide you with full body armor. I will provide you with even military escort armored vehicle. I invite you to come with me. I'm going to take you downtown Kherson, and then I'm going to take you all along the front lines, all along the Dnipro River. I'm going to show you the ecological disaster in southern Ukraine after the blowing of the Novakakhovka Dam. I'm going to take you directly to people's homes that have been destroyed, to people I personally know, and let them tell you their personal story of the evil that is rained down from, I guess, Putin, who, the way you're talking about, you consider him a friend. I'm then going to take you to Pokrovsk. I'm going to take you on the backside of Kharkov, and I'm going to take you on the north side of Toretsk and Chasiv Yar, and over to Siversk, and up to Kupiansk, and up to Vovchansk. Sir, I'll even get you inside the Kursk region of Russia. You have an invitation. Come ride with me and Zhenya. Give me 1 week of your time, and then you can go back on Piers Morgan. And if you can say the same thing that you just said yesterday, I'll submit. But I promise you, you will not be able to. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I've done my best to honorably refute Tucker Carlson's evil statements, Russian talking points, and I ask you to please help me get this message out. Thank you guys, and have a good evening.